This footage was captured by a bus passenger who was forced to disembark due to the high risk of the narrow road, particularly at a dangerous turning point. The dirt road was extremely narrow, and at one point, the bus's back wheel slipped dangerously close to the edge. The bus driver responded quickly by accelerating, saving the bus and his life. He was incredibly fortunate, as nearly half the bus was hanging in the air, showcasing his quick thinking and skill under pressure. The next video captures one of the scariest scenarios imaginable. A construction worker dressed in black narrowly avoids falling from a building. He wasn't secured by ropes, and the wall he was working on collapsed unexpectedly, putting him in immediate danger. The worker managed to grab onto a piece of wood and hung suspended in the air. He hung there for a few seconds before his co-workers attempted to help him, but their efforts were unsuccessful, possibly due to fear and panic. Realizing his arm would weaken the longer he hung there, he mustered all his strength to pull himself up and jump to the level below. The man was incredibly close to falling to his death, highlighting the importance of safety measures on construction sites. This dash cam footage, recorded on January 8, 2024 in Brazil, begins with a truck moving slowly at about 25 miles per hour before accelerating to around 50 miles per hour. The car behind it appears to slow down. Both drivers seem to anticipate an unusual event, showcasing remarkable awareness on the road. A helicopter suddenly falls in the middle of the road, causing damage only to the gate behind it. The engine malfunctioned, leaving the pilot with no choice but to make an emergency landing. Fortunately, the pilot's experience allowed for a safe landing on the road, preventing a major disaster. The quick actions of the pilot averted what could have been a catastrophic event, ensuring the safety of everyone nearby. This dash cam footage recorded on the Kanha National Highway in Punjab, India, shows a flipped fuel tanker truck leaking in the middle of the highway. The driver sought help and many people stopped, but what happened next was unexpected and terrifying. The spilled fuel somehow ignited, causing the entire truck to explode while traffic continued to move nearby. Another angle, recorded by bystanders, shows flames reaching 20 to 30 meters high with thick black smoke. Fortunately, no injuries were reported as people had seconds to escape, but the explosion created a frightening situation for everyone involved. The magnitude of the explosion and the thick smoke made it look like a scene from a disaster. This intense car chase occurred in the middle of the night in India during a rainy day, which added to the chaos and danger. It's unclear if the cars following the truck were with the police or another law enforcement group, but they were clearly in pursuit with determination.
जय गौ माता, जय श्री राम।
At one point, the truck performed an involuntary 360-degree turn but managed to continue driving. Several men were seen on top of the truck while another car maneuvered behind them, eventually forcing the truck to stop. The dramatic sequence of events was unimaginable to the onlookers. The men began running after the group, but their identities and intentions remain unknown, adding to the mystery of the chase. This video, recorded by a driver in the United States on December 17, 2012, captures a landslide that derailed a train, turning a routine journey into a scene of destruction. The landslide completely crushed about 10 train cars, causing the train to stop abruptly. Fortunately, the train wasn't carrying explosive materials, but significant cargo was lost. This incident illustrates the difficulty of stopping a moving train. Despite detachment and activated brakes, the cars continued moving as if nothing had happened, highlighting the unstoppable force of nature and the vulnerabilities of even the most massive man-made machines. This disturbing footage, recorded in a remote hilly territory in India, shows a cableway taking pilgrims to the top of Tirthas Hill, considered holy by Hindus. The viral clip initially shows serene surroundings before an oncoming red cable car collides with it. Shot on a mobile phone by a passenger, the video captures the cable car falling after the collision. Screams of pain are heard as the impact occurs. Tragically, 5 people died, 3 on impact and 2 during rescue operations. Over 50 people were stranded midair for 48 hours. A complex rescue operation was led by the Indian Air Force. The man and woman in the video were not fatally injured, but the chaos and tragedy of the event underscore the risks associated with such transport systems in difficult terrains. In 2019, an airplane flying from Egypt encountered severe turbulence shortly after the flight attendants began beverage service. The scene quickly turned chaotic. The turbulence struck before the attendants locked the cart. As the plane passed through heavy turbulence, the cart was projected to the roof, soaking everyone around, including the flight attendants. Miraculously, no one was seriously injured. A woman praying highlights the terror of the moment. Despite being the safest mode of transportation, airplanes still face inevitable accidents and turbulence, reminding passengers of the unpredictability of air travel.